How does triple buffering reduce gaming input lag? Imagine you're playing a fast-paced video game where every millisecond counts. You press a button, and you want that action to be reflected on the screen instantly. But sometimes delays occur, making the experience feel sluggish or unresponsive. One technique that can help improve this responsiveness is called triple buffering. To understand how triple buffering works, it is important to first recognize how graphics rendering and display synchronization operate. When a game runs, it generates frames that are sent to the graphics processing unit. These frames are then displayed on the monitor. To prevent visual artifacts like screen tearing, synchronization methods such as vertical synchronization are used. Vertical synchronization ensures that frames are displayed in sync with the monitor's refresh rate. But this can introduce input lag because the game might have to wait for the monitor to be ready before displaying a new frame. In traditional double buffering, two buffers are used, one for displaying the current frame and one for rendering the next frame. When the rendering is complete, the buffers swap, and the new frame is shown. However, if the rendering process is faster than the monitor's refresh rate, the system may need to wait for the next refresh cycle, which can cause input lag. Triple buffering adds an extra buffer to this process. Now, there are 3 buffers, one being displayed, one being rendered, and one waiting in the background. This setup allows the graphics card to render a new frame even if the monitor is in the middle of a refresh cycle. As a result, the graphics card does not have to wait for the monitor to be ready before starting to render the next frame. This reduces the delay between input and visual response because the system can prepare frames more efficiently and keep the pipeline full. By providing an additional buffer, triple buffering minimizes the waiting time caused by synchronization with the monitor's refresh cycle. It allows the graphics card to work more independently from the display's timing, which leads to a smoother visual experience with less noticeable input lag. This is especially beneficial in fast-paced games where quick reactions are essential, as it helps ensure that player inputs are reflected on the screen more promptly without sacrificing visual quality. In summary, triple buffering reduces gaming input lag by enabling the graphics processing unit to prepare and queue frames more effectively, decreasing the waiting time associated with synchronization. This results in a more responsive gaming experience, where actions are displayed almost immediately after they are performed.